Hey guys, Dadtries, and today I have for you Contraband Police. Now, allow me to give you the rundown. You play as a gate guard, the cars come in, they're going to hand you some papers, and you have a bunch of rules, and depending on the current rules of your nation, you have to make a decision on whether or not these guys are allowed in or not. I got into a habit of kind of doing an overall inspection of the vehicle first because as you play and progress, it'll actually start dinging you points if you don't point out the things that are wrong with their cars. And the one issue I had with that is sometimes it's actually a little bit difficult to tell if a car has a flat tire, which is something you will definitely get dinged on. So just right off the bat, got to work on the animation for flat tires. But overall, it's a pretty neat idea, I think. I don't know if I love it being in the game. It really just seems like they felt like they just needed more for the player to do, which I get. It's tough to feel like you're putting out a game and you don't want your players to get bored or just run through it all in no time. But I don't think where they went with vehicle inspections is the right place. It's just not well done. You know, they'll actually tell you at some points that you need to point out what was wrong with their car, and you end up losing points even if you turn them away. So they might be missing a mirror or missing a bumper, or they have a tail light out, and you have to mark all these things simply because they came to your gate. But then you see, oh, they have luggage, and their particular country isn't allowed to bring in any sort of goods or trade items, so you have to turn them away anyways. So why am I bothering to check to see if their car is up to snuff before letting them into the country if I'm going to turn them away anyways? So there is some room to maybe improve on some logic, or maybe I missed the point of why you're inspecting the cars. But I spent quite a while just looking over the cars, and I really didn't like that aspect of the game. The other piece to it is there is a story, and after about 5 hours of playthrough in the story, I was about 50% complete with it, and it's okay at best. The story is you can either take your orders from your government and keep going on with their communist initiatives, and everything is happy, and you're making your boss happy, and there's no trouble except for the defectors. The other side of the story is you can actually make decisions to help the defectors. And honestly, it doesn't matter. The story kind of sucks. It's there. You can play it, but it's not very great. The voice acting is in a different language. I don't speak Russian. I assume it's in Russian. I don't speak it, so I don't know if it's right or how the inflections are. Just to me, as someone who speaks English, it did nothing for me. All it was just kind of a boring story, and if you make the wrong choices, you just die. Like there's a point where I just died. Hang on, let me actually find that. So that's how that works. Make the wrong decision and you die, and you have to reload your last checkpoint and try again. And that's really it. So there is a de facto group in the game that will attack you at your outpost as you're searching vehicles. You might be mid-inspection, and they'll come over the radio or the intercom speaker and say that you're being attacked, and you have to fight them off. By default, the enemies all have this obnoxious bright red triangle over the top. They might as well say, shoot right here and you'll be fine. It's really obnoxious, but you can turn it off. I really recommend you do so. It kind of breaks the game to have that on, in my opinion. You'll also get randomly ambushed as you're driving around. The map is pretty big, but there's really no reason for it to be big. Everything is just spread out, and I think they're doing that just because they need to give you a feeling like you're actually doing work when you have to go and drop off your prisoners, or when you're taking your contraband back to the police station, or when you have to go buy tools. Everything is pretty spread out. You'll get ambushed along the way, and you'll break your van, and you got to pay $50 to fix it. It's $50 to fix the van if you smash it and total the entire thing, or if you break a headlight. It's $50, doesn't matter. You might as well total it. That's your deposit. Enjoy. Something that this game does really well is the progression system for yourself. As you inspect vehicles and you get perfect inspections, and that's why I care to look for the flat tires and the broken taillights and the bumpers and all that stuff. The more you do, the more money you get, and you can actually upgrade your barracks that you sleep in. You can upgrade your prison, so you don't have to go to the salt mines as often. You can just store more prisoners. You can hire more people to help you out. You can buy better guns. Don't buy the shotgun. It's absolutely terrible. Spare yourself that. Just buy the AK. There's quite a few things that you can upgrade, and I really wish that they would continue more with that and less with what they're trying to do with the story. They did just implement the endless mode, so you can play and completely disregard the story. That's probably how I'm going to continue playing this game. I don't care for the story. I can't stress that enough. It's pretty bad. The characters that you come across are actually pretty cookie cutter. There's not enough character models. You'll recognize the people over and over, and you'll get to a point where you look at the guy's ID and you say, okay, this is the picture for a different character model. It's close, but it's not right. And you just come to know exactly what you're looking for on their IDs, and it kind of gets boring in that sense. So there is more work to be done. They're charging $20 for this game. I picked it up for on sale. I paid $16.87, and that's about $6.87 too much, in my opinion. I did have fun playing the game. I've got like 10 hours into it, but probably not a ton more that I'm going to get out of this game, but I did have fun playing those 10 hours. And I try to keep my value around $1 an hour. So if I pay $60 for a game, I want to get 60 hours worth of fun out of it. I don't think I'm going to get $20 worth of fun out of this one. It's too rinse and repeat for me. I do like the concept though, but after a while it really does feel pretty exhausting to match all these things. There is a system in the game that allows you to automatically check these things, and you can do that more often as you upgrade your barracks. It will automatically tell you if you have a match, but your perception takes a little bit of a hit. But if you upgrade your barracks, you recharge more of your perception every night, so you can kind of fly through things a little bit faster. There's a ton of mechanics in the game that you have to pay attention to, so it's honestly not very relaxing to play. It's pretty stressful, but it is fun in the sense that you do feel accomplished when you get those perfect inspections. Like, yeah, I hit every single item on the list, but after a while, it's just, all right, what's next? I really just want to search these last two cars so that I can go to bed. All right, yeah, so last couple talking points on this. It will run on the Steam Deck. It really doesn't play well. If you're gonna play it on the Steam Deck, plug it in to a docking station, play with a keyboard and mouse. It does have full controller support, but something about the Steam Deck, it really just misses the mark. I found that it was really hard to actually get the game started and select some things on the menu. Not great overall. You can hit escape, it will pause the game. You want to make sure you do that if you're going to walk away, because the day-night cycle will keep going and you'll have a line of cars out there, and that's not good. You don't want that. Overall, I feel okay giving this game the okay tag. Pick it up on sale. Don't pay $20 for it. I don't think you're going to play it for 20 hours. This is a $10 game at most, and that's all I've got to say about Contraband Police. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. If you thought this was helpful, maybe I saved you $6.87 somewhere down the road. Give me a like. It really helps me out. I appreciate it. If you've come this far, also consider subscribing. I try to put out content at least every couple weeks. And let me know. Leave me a comment. If there's something you liked, something you didn't like, something you think I should do, please let me know. Love comments. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.